And we're live. Hello, everybody. Hi, hi, hi. I was trying to log on to my LinkedIn as well using my phone. I don't know what happened to my StreamYard site. So, those who catch this on LinkedIn and now have to watch it on YouTube, I'm very sorry for that. But welcome. I was not going to do this one because I had issues with LinkedIn. So welcome to everybody. My name is Mpumi Mbonane and I am a purpose alignment strategist. I am the expert that ambitious professionals turn to when they want to pivot into fulfilling careers with more impact and more income by aligning their purpose to their profession. Yesterday, I didn't have a show. I apologize for that. I will not go into the reasons why, but I'm back today and I'm very, very happy to be back. Today, I want us to talk about how to set goals that align with your professional purpose. Now, you'll see my background and my current setting, and I don't want you to have to worry about, oh my gosh, what's going on? Why is she taking us on a tour of her whole house? That is not the case. Since we are setting goals, I thought let me be comfortable, let me be cozy, because goals are a very personal thing, right? So I don't want to sit behind some wall art or flower or TV and seem impersonal. I wanted, as I go through this, for you to be relaxed as well, for you to feel intimate with yourself as well. And as we set these goals, for it to feel like an intimate session between you and I. So it's not for any other reason other than the fact that I want you, as you go through this video, as you watch this, to be relaxed, to be easy on yourself, because goals take a lot from you. So I didn't want it to feel mechanical. I didn't want it to feel impersonal. I really just wanted it to feel, I hope that explains it. For those who've just joined me, my name again is Mpumi Mbonane. All right. I am dressed the way I'm dressed because it is supposed to be spring, but it's not spring. No, it's not spring. Spring is supposed to be spranging everywhere. I'm supposed to be seeing flowers and scratching my nose because of pollen. I'm supposed to be seeing birds and butterflies, but instead, I'm seeing drizzles. I'm seeing rain. I have to wear warm clothes and a cap, a hat. The hell? But anyway, we're here. So don't say good time. October. Halfway through October, this girl is wearing winter clothes. It's because this spring is wintry. All right. But anyway, let's go to setting your goals because I don't want this to be long. I need to go somewhere at 5:30. So yeah, let's go. Before you set any goal, and I know we're setting goals for 2024 now, as it is the end of 2023. If you're thinking about setting goals in January next year, yeah, yeah, uh, no, we can't do that. And the reason why we want to give ourselves a runway, or we want to start now so that we can give ourselves a runway, so that we work on gathering everything we need or building up momentum now in October, in November, and December, so that when January 2024 hits, or whenever you're watching this, because this could be somebody watching this at the end of 2024, end of 2025, whenever, I'm hoping that this can be evergreen and be relevant every year. I'm hoping that you set your goals for the next year in the final quarter of the current year, so that when the year starts, you just hit the ground running. You're not wasting time, you're not wasting energy, you are really just hitting it off, okay? Before you set any goals, before you set any goals, I've got 7 coaching questions that I want you to think about. And don't just think about them, grab your pen, grab your paper, or grab your tablet or your iPad or whatever you use to make notes, and answer these questions before you set any goal. Not one goal needs to be set before you answer these questions. Question number 1: what is most important to you in life? When you look at your life right now, what is most important to you? And answer that truthfully, not according to what society says must be important, not according to what your family thinks is supposed to be important, not according to anything but your authentic self. What is most authentic to you in important rather to you in life? Question number 2: what will you be most proud to have accomplished by the end of next year. So at the end of 2024, because I am recording this, or I am going live with this at the end of 2023, what will you be most proud of to have accomplished by the end of the next year? That can be one thing or five things, it does not matter. But what will make you come to the end of next year and look back and say, geez, Mpumi, you did really well? What is the thing you'll pat yourself on the back on or for, or that you'll clap your hands, enjoy a celebration for, or that you will want to throw a party for yourself for having accomplished at the end of next year? Question number 3. When was the last time you woke up feeling optimistic and excited about the day ahead? And to that, I want to add, what was going to take place on that day? And is it possible for you to make whatever was going to take part on that day your actual life or part of your routine? Now, you might be watching this and think the most excited and optimistic day that I woke up to, or the day that I felt most excited and most optimistic, was on my birthday. Now, you can't have your birthday every day, but you can ask, what about your birthday was making you so excited? Personally, whenever it's my birthday, I make sure that I accomplish a huge milestone or huge dream that I had for that year. So for me, it means achieving is a thing that makes me happy. So how can I add elements of achievement into my day so that I don't wait for my birthday to feel optimistic and excited? That every day I wake up knowing if I achieve this thing, or because I'm going to achieve this thing on this day, I am very excited and optimistic about the day. So the question was, when was the last time you woke up feeling optimistic and excited about the day ahead? And to that, I want you to ask yourself, what was going to take place on that day? And is it possible for you to replicate whatever that day was going to mean to you every day, or add it as part of your daily routine or practice? Okay. Question number 5, we're halfway there. Number 4, rather. Where would you be if all obstacles in your way ceased to exist? And here I'm really just trying to make you think beyond what you believe is an obstacle or what you believe is standing in your way. Where would you be? Where would you be at the end of next year if all obstacles in your way cease to exist? Answer that. And I want you to be creative, and I want you to dream. I want you to be unafraid of dreaming about where you want to be and where you would be next year, at the end of next year, if all obstacles were removed. Number 5, where would you be if you had unlimited resources? Where would you be if you had unlimited resources? A lot of times, we don't go after the things we want. We don't do the things we desperately want to do because we complain we don't have money, we don't have time, we don't have connections, we don't have equipment, we don't have this and that other resource. But where would you be if you actually had unlimited resources? Again, I want you to dream. Okay. Number 6, where do you fear ending up if you change nothing about your current state? Where do you fear ending up at the end of next year if you change nothing about your current state where you currently are? And I want you to answer this question because I want you to realize that if you don't change, nothing will change. If you don't effect change, the change you hope to see will never come about. It's all in your hands. So, where do you fear you will end up next year if you do nothing about where you currently are? Number 7, is there anything you believe in so strongly you would be willing to sacrifice for it? Is there anything you believe in so strongly you would be willing to sacrifice for it? And again, these are questions you need to ask yourself before you even set a single goal. And I like this final question because it says to you, what is it that you believe so strongly? Because as you create your goals, as you set your goals, they need to come from a place of your conviction, the thing you believe in so strongly that you would be willing to sacrifice for. And now let's move to the actual goal setting. I want you to set goals in these 5 areas. Set one goal in each of these 5 areas. Number 1, Your spiritual goal. What do you want your spiritual life to look like next year? Or where do you want to see yourself spiritually by the end of next year? Number two, your relationships. This includes your marriage if you're married, your romantic relationship if you're headed towards marriage, or you just want to start a relationship. And if you're single, how you want to go about starting a relationship if that's what you want. This includes your relationships with your friends. This includes your relationship with your children if you've got any, or with your family. This includes relationships with your community. And by community, I mean your neighbors, I mean your church folk, your colleagues, people you have some sort of community with. The third area is your health and fitness. Lord knows I need to set an area, a goal in this area because Ganji, me. Health and fitness. And whatever health and whatever fitness looks like to you. I'm not saying go to the gym. I'm not saying become a runner. I'm not saying go vegan or vegetarian, but what does health look like for you? And what does fitness look like for you? Set one goal in that area as well. Financial. Where do you want to see yourself financially at the end of next year? Or what do you want to change in the area of your finances for the upcoming year? Number five, your professional or academic area or life. What is the goal that you have, the dream and the vision and the goal that you have for yourself in your professional life or in your academic life? I will share my professional dream or professional goal for the next year with you for a specific reason. You'll hear why. The goal that I have for next year, and I wrote it down here so I don't forget it, is to introduce my signature framework or my signature program into the banking industry, or to introduce my signature framework to the banking industry by the end of Q1 2024, beginning with my previous employer. So, as you know, I've been using my signature framework in a coaching program called Purpose to Profession. I want to revise that solely for corporations, and I want to introduce the program to the banking industry, starting with the bank that hired me or the bank that was my former employer. And this program I want to tailor for promising professionals who are currently not performing in the role that they're in. You will remember that the reason I want to introduce this program to corporates is because I want corporates to start retaining their top talent, even though top talent doesn't seem like top talent, because the reason they hired them is because they saw talent in them. To retain their top talent, or let me put it like this, to stop the talent bleed and stop the profit drain by helping or enabling their talent to be in positions that align to their purpose. So, really, what I want to do is help those promising professionals or those professionals that have got potential who are currently not performing to be put in positions that align to their professional purpose. So many P's, I know. Funny story is when the blueprint that I have for my signature program or my signature framework came, it came in all P. So whenever I hear P, I get very giddy. P, 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 that alliteration, I get very happy because it reminds me of the time the blueprint was inspired, or I was inspired with the blueprint. Okay. So you'll hear that my goal is SMART, meaning it is specific, it is measurable, it is attainable, it is realistic, and it is timely. I have said that I want to introduce my signature framework or my signature program to the banking industry by the end of Q1 in 2024. And I want to start. So here's the measurement. I want to start with the employer or with the bank that employed me previously. Who is this program for? Who is it tailored for? It is tailored for promising professionals or those professionals who've got potential but are currently not performing. And how I will make sure that they start to perform is by helping them to be in position or to enable these organizations to place them in positions that are in line with their professional purpose. So that's how I want you to start thinking about your career as well. And that's why I think it's important that I invite you to the live workshop that I'm hosting on the 29th. Is it the 29th? Let me quickly check because I don't want to make a mistake. Yes, the 29th of October 2023. It is happening in Johannesburg. It is an in-person workshop where I will be taking you through this exact framework that I'll be offering to corporations. And the live workshop is called Beyond the Resume, Finding Your Professional Purpose. Because I want you to be crystal clear on what your professional goal is for next year. But not just that, the professional purpose that underpins or underscores or is the foundation of that professional goal. I want it to be specific, to be measurable, to be attainable, realistic, and timely. I want you to walk out of there, out of the workshop in November and December to start ramping up to how your 2024 will look as you start now operating in your professional purpose and executing on your professional goals. I want to help you put those goals together because I think it's very, very, very important. I also want you to start thinking about your profession and your career. Isn't just I will put KPIs together with my manager. I want you to think, what do I want to be known for in my business unit? What do I want to be known for in my organization? What do I want to be known for in my industry? What is a personal brand or professional brand that I'm trying to build around my name so that whenever my name comes up, it is not just the title that comes up, but it is the influence that I have, the impacts that I have. So stop thinking about your profession or your career as I am meeting my KPIs or these are the outcomes and objectives that I have or the OKRs that I have. Stop thinking about your profession or your career like that. Think about what is the name or what is the legacy you want attached to your name? What is the thing you want to be known for in your industry, in your organization, in your team, in the world? What is it do you want to be synonymous with your name? Everybody knows when you start saying Mpumi Mbonane, that is synonymous to professional purpose. That is synonymous to aligning your purpose to your profession. That is synonymous to pivoting into career, to careers that are fulfilling, that have more impact and more income. That is what my name is synonymous for. And I want you to also have something that your name is synonymous for, at least professionally. Okay, so please come through. I'll leave a link where you can secure your seats for the live workshop. Come through. Let's help you set your professional goals. But beyond that, beyond just the resume, to help you establish or find what your professional purpose is. Okay. Now, when you have put one goal for each of these 5 areas, what I want you to do is to choose your top 3 goals in any of these areas. Choose your top 3 goals. And I want you, as you choose your top 3 goals, to prioritize them according to the most important to the least important. So, goal number 1, most important. Goal number 3, least important. And I want your number 1 goal to be your domino goal. What do I mean by this? You know what a domino is, right? You know what dominoes are. It is that thing where those little rectangles, those little thin rectangles that are stacked up in whatever shape or form or pattern, and one of them is dropped in order for that one to drop all the others. So that's how I want you to think about your number 1 goal as well. What will be my domino goal? What will be the goal that when I focus on it, when I execute on it, it will make all the other goals easy to accomplish or unnecessary to focus on. So by virtue of knocking down this goal, all the other goals are taken care of, or all the other goals are accomplished by virtue of accomplishing this one goal. I know for me, a lot of my or all of my goals are actually underpinned by my professional goal because I know that when I am thriving in my purpose, I cannot go anywhere. I cannot thrive in my purpose if I'm not connected to God in any way. So me being in my purpose increases my reliance and dependence on God. And so I will definitely be plugged in. And as far as my spiritual goal is concerned, I will be okay because I cannot fulfill this purpose without the spiritual goal. And because I'm so focused on my professional goal or my professional purpose, it just makes my spiritual life easy, because how will I accomplish anything if I'm not plugged in? You know what I mean? My financial goals, if I'm thriving in my professional goal, if I'm thriving in my professional purpose, it takes care of all my financial goals. Health and fitness, I want to show up for my purpose every day. So I need to make sure that I'm not huffing and puffing when I'm running to terminal A, or I'm hurrying to get my flight. I'm healthy, I'm fit. So because I'm focused on my professional goal, it is inevitable that I will look after my health and my fitness, because it enables me to carry out my professional goal. What was the other thing? My relationships. When I am happy with work, when I am happy in my purpose, my relationships flourish. I think that's it. So that's how I want you to think about it, right? What is your domino goal? What is the goal that, if you focused on it, will take care of all the other goals, or will make you focusing on the other goals unnecessary? Okay. And if you're a geek like me and your mind thinks in processes or systems, here's another thing that I want you to do. I want you to create a system that will allow you to build up to your goals within a 12-month period. So think about this. What do you want your yearly yield to be? So a yield, if you know economics or finance or whatever, a yield is a return on your investment. So what is your yearly yield? What is the return you want to see after investing 12 months, or your energy or your time or your resources into this goal? What do you want as a return for all your investments at the end of the year? Break that down even further to quarterly quotas. A quota is a proportional part or share that is assigned to any division, right? That is assigned to anything. So, what is the portion of your yearly goal that you are going to accomplish in quarter one, in quarter two, in quarter three, in quarter four? Now you're not focusing on this big goal, but instead you're focusing on the quarterly quota. And to break it down even further, I want you to think about what your monthly milestones will be. A milestone is a significant stage or event in the development of your goal. A significant stage or event in the development of your goal. So, since a quarter has 3 months, what do you want to accomplish at each of these months in order to make up your quarterly quota? What are the milestones or the significant markers that you will have at the end of each month to signify that you are truly developing your goal, or you're going to get your quota at the end of the quarter, or your yield at the end of the year? And break it down even more. Create a system that allows you to have a weekly work. Work is defined as any activity that you will engage in. So in a period of 7 days, in a week, what is the work that you will do in every one of the 4 or 5 weeks leading up to your monthly milestone? Break it down even more. What is your daily duty? A duty is a commitment or expectation that you put on yourself to perform an action. So when you wake up every day, what are you going to do every day, so that at the end of those 7 days, which is a week, you will have done the work that is required of you in that week? What are you going to do every week for 5 or 4 weeks that is going to enable you to reach your monthly milestone? What are you going to do at the end of each of these 3 months to make sure that you meet your quarterly quota? And what are you going to do at every one of these 4 quarters that will allow you to have the yearly yield that you envisioned for yourself for the coming year? That's how I want you to think about your goals. That's how I want you to set your goals. Answer those 7 questions most honestly and truthfully. Set your goals in the 5 areas of spiritual, relationships, health and fitness, financial, professional, or academic. Make sure that your goals are smart. They are specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. Put a timeline to them. Then, of those 5 goals, select your top 3, the ones you will focus on. But as you do that, your number one goal should be your domino goal. The goal that you will focus on, that will make focusing on all the other goals sort of inevitable, or that will make sure that having to focus on the other goals as well with as much intensity and as much fervor will be unnecessary. And if you're a geek like me, create a system around your goals. What is your yearly yield? What is your quarterly quota, your monthly milestone, your weekly work, and finally, your daily duty? And I can guarantee you, if you do this now, and you sort of set yourself up or set up the system now in these last couple of months, last 3 months of the year, when you get into next year, you will hit the ground running and you will thank me and yourself for having done this in time. My name is Mbonane. I'm a purpose alignment strategist, and I'm so glad that you joined me for this week's final episode of the Mpumi Show. I'll see you again next week. Take care.